Hi, I'm Joe Dante for Trailers from Hell. Cornel Wilde had a long, distinguished career as an actor, but like a lot of people, like the corner grocer, like the policeman, like the school teacher, what he really wanted to do was direct. Wilde was very socially conscious, and a lot of his movies are about social issues. And the one we're going to look at now is a post-apocalyptic movie that expresses a lot of his concerns. It's called No Blade of Grass.
Destroyed most of what made the world livable. Nature, wounded, diseased, and enraged, took revenge on her murderers. She cut off their food supply and then waited while they consumed each other.
Cornel Wilde was a committed, hard-on-his-sleeve liberal, and his films reflected his beliefs. This futuristic entry in the end-of-the-world sweepstakes is based on a 1956 novel by John Christopher called The Death of Grass. Global famine caused by rampant pollution leads Moses-like architect Nigel Davenport to shepherd his family and a group of other survivalists out of London across an increasingly anarchic and violent England to try to reach his brother's isolated farm in the hinterlands. Along the way, they must confront and even kill other families who stand in their way.
The law. The old law. There isn't any now, is there?
If there were, we should all hang.
So what kind of law is left?
The law of the group for survival.
It's an unusual and even admirably bleak movie that was commercially doomed from the start, but continues director Wilde's fascination with dystopia. Wilde directed some interesting movies, The Naked Prey being the most famous, but there are many admirers of the anti-war Beach Red. But subtlety was never his strong point, and No Blade of Grass, with its pointed overemphasis on shots of belching smokestacks and dead wildlife, is fatally undercut by an ill-advised preponderance of gimmicky red-tinted flash-forwards of events to come, which sap the movie of any kind of suspense. And despite its high-minded intentions, it's basically an exploitation movie, with several rapes and a marauding motorcycle gang to jolly things along. It was common for MGM pictures of this period to be mutilated in post-production, and this one was probably no exception. If the movie seems a bit familiar, it's because The Death of Grass was basically ripped off several years earlier by another actor-director, Ray Milland, for his memorably titled Panic in Year Zero, a post-H-bomb drive-in saga which borrowed its basic premise and numerous incidents from Christopher's novel. If I had to recommend one over the other, I'm afraid I'd go with the Milland.